Did you know that too much or too little exercise can actually lead to unwanted puppy behavior? Yep, that's right. Many new puppy owners either overdo it or don't do enough. And that can lead to zoomies, destructive chewing, or a puppy that just won't settle down. Don't worry, I've got you covered with the perfect balance of exercise and enrichment to keep your pup happy and well behaved. Hi, I'm Michelle, your fear-free certified trainer. I help new puppy owners navigate puppyhood and create a success plan aimed at training the ultimate dream dog. If you love learning how to raise a happy, well-mannered pup, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future tips. Exercise isn't just about burning energy. It's about stimulating your puppy's body and brain. Puppies that get the right kind of activity each day are less likely to bite, bark, or destroy furniture out of boredom and frustration. But the trick is knowing what kind and how much exercise your pup actually needs. Now, a good rule of thumb is 5 minutes of exercise per month of age, twice a day. So if your pup is 3 months old, aim for 15 minutes of structured exercise twice a day. But wait, that's not all. Physical exercise is great, but puppies also need mental enrichment to truly feel satisfied. Now, we're going to talk more about that in just a moment. Here are some of the best ways to exercise your puppy safely. Unstructured walks. You heard me right, unstructured walks, called decompression walks or sniffaries. Now, they're done with a dog on a back clip harness attached to a 20 or 30 foot leash and in locations where you aren't likely to run into other people, dogs, or distractions. Puppies aren't ready for neighborhood walks for quite a while. A structured neighborhood walk is made up of so many skills, such as staying close at your side, leaving things alone on cue, that's the leave it cue, and also being comfortable with a variety of sounds such as trucks and cars, kids playing, car doors closing, and so much more. Most pups find neighborhood walks very overwhelming. Well, let me tell you about Laura and her puppy Max. Laura was doing everything she thought was right, taking Max on neighborhood walks every morning to get his energy out. But instead of getting tired, Max was getting more reactive, barking at every person, freezing in place, and pulling like crazy. After walks, instead of settling, he'd come home zooming around the house, biting at her clothes and barking non-stop. Laura was frustrated. She thought walking was supposed to help. Well, when she reached out, I asked her to try decompression walks instead. A quiet spot, a long leash, and just letting Max sniff and explore at his own pace. Within a week, she saw a huge difference. Max was calmer, more confident, and less reactive on leash. Instead of coming home wired and restless, he'd nap peacefully after each sniffari. Laura couldn't believe it. Just changing where and how they walked made all the difference. So if your pup is struggling on walks and you want to learn more about how to structure a decompression walk, I have a video on how to help you with this. It's called Walking the Dog, Tips for a More Relaxed Experience. And you can watch it after you're done with this one. Now, I'm going to always put all of the links to my recommended videos and product recommendations and any other resources in the description below the videos. I'm going to be sure to timestamp where I mentioned other videos so you'll never get lost trying to find another video when you want to watch it later. All right, next up we have a fetch and tug game. But wait, did you know that how you structure your fetch and tug games can actually drastically affect your dog's behavior? So most people think that they need to thoroughly drain out their dog's energy till they're ready to drop. They think more is better. They repeatedly toss a ball over and over again, hoping to tire out their dog. What if I told you less is more? Here's what I mean. When you play a game of fetch or tug, you need to include what we call pauses in play. So for a fetch game to be successful, you're gonna play for 1 to 2 minutes at a time, and then you're gonna offer your dog a decompression opportunity. This is typically a sniffing activity. Now, you can easily toss a couple of pieces of kibble on the grass for your dog to sniff and find. If you continue playing fetch or tug for an extended period of time, your dog's gonna get easily overstimulated, and it's gonna be hard for them to settle down. We actually see more unwanted behaviors like biting, jumping, and barking when the dogs get overstimulated during play. This is why so many people say in frustration, I took my dog out and played in the yard, but when I brought them back in, it was as if they had never played at all and they seemed to have more energy. That more energy they're experiencing is actually their dog's overstimulation and overtiredness. So the problem is that once a dog gets overstimulated, it's actually harder for them to relax and settle, and even go to sleep in their crate for a nap. Speaking of naps, do you know how much sleep your puppy needs? based on their age? The most common reason a puppy displays unwanted behaviors is that they're not getting enough sleep. So for more information on how much sleep your puppy should get and how long their wake windows should be based on their age, grab my free resource called the Puppy Schedule Planner. I'll put that link in the description below this video. Now, a moment ago, I mentioned something called a pause in play. When you structure a game of play to include a pause, this gives the dog's heart and adrenaline time to kind of come down off that high. So nonstop running and playing equals overstimulation. You're gonna actually find that when you include a little bit of heart racing fun with the pause and play, you can tire out your dog a lot more effectively in a lot less time while keeping them under threshold. So play your game of fetch or tug for 10 minutes max. Next up on the list is puzzle feeders and sniffing games or mental exercises. Sniffing actually tires out a puppy more than running. You can either purchase puzzle toys for dogs or make your own using things found around the house. I'm gonna put a couple of recommended toys in the description below the video under the Grab Your Puppy Training Supplies section. I love to create a busy box from a leftover Amazon box. I fill it with blankets or towels, and then I sprinkle in kibble or treats among the folds in the towels. The pup has to dig through to find the treats. This kind of enrichment activity actually meets a dog's species typical need to sniff and forage. And when we can fulfill their needs, we see less unwanted behaviors as well. You can even try scent work games like the Find It game. That can be great for problem solving and scavenging. Hide a few pieces of kibble or treats around a room or the level of your home where your dog is allowed to wander around. Watch your dog in case the treat gets stuck. You don't want your dog destroying your home trying to get at a treat you hid. Play hide and seek by hiding behind the furniture or a door. Call your pup's name to encourage them to find you. If your pup has never played these games before, make sure you make these games super easy to start. If the game is too difficult, your pup is going to give up on it. And that defeats the purpose of having fun and fulfilling their mental exercise needs. You can also try a DIY scent game by placing a smelly treat in one hand, closing both fists, and letting your pup figure out where the treat is hidden. Once your pup gets really good at finding it in your hand, you can move to the cups game, where you get 3 cups out and hide a treat under 1 cup. Then you see if your pup can find which cup has the treat hidden underneath. Next up on the exercise list, short training sessions. Training is exercise. Teaching a new trick or a skill, working on obedience, it all drains your puppy's energy. And when your pup has to focus on you while learning something new, this can be more exhausting than going for a walk. We often find that our pups are ready for a nap after learning something new. So if you're looking for a fun game to play to work on your pup's training, we have a super fun online puppy training program called 30 Days to Puppy Perfection. Now the program, it's filled with games that teach leash skills, recall, or the come cue, and puppy manners. We also cover skills like teaching your puppy to go to their bed or crate on cue, and so much more. If you're ready to have some fun while training your puppy and see results quickly, you can get started today. I'll put the link in the description below. But wait, there are some mistakes I want you to avoid when it comes to puppy exercise. Number 1, avoid high impact activities like long runs, repetitive jumping, or forced exercise. You see, a puppy's growth plates aren't fully developed till they're closer to a year. So repetitive movements and high impact activities can actually damage the growth plates. Typically, problems don't arise until the dog is over 2 years of age. So this means I want you to hold off on making your pup your running partner until they're an adult and fully grown. Hold off on high energy canine sports, such as agility, until those growth plates are fully developed. You can start some of the foundation skills and introduction to some of the equipment, but making your pup participate before their body's ready can have a negative lasting effect. If you'd like more info on how to set up a puppy-safe agility activity at home, check out this video. There are some safe and great ideas for younger puppies, and you can use some items found around your home to get started. Number 2, too much play without structure. Letting your pup go wild all the time can actually make it harder for them to calm down. Remember we talked about the importance of pauses in play? Well, this is true for play dates with other puppies as well. If you're finding it hard to get your pup to settle, regardless if it's after exercise or any time of the day, I have a video for you. Let me know in the comments if you want to see the video on how to get your puppy to settle and relax. Just type settle in the comments and I'll share that link with you. Number 3, skipping mental enrichment. So if you only focus on physical exercise, your pup may still be restless. Your pup needs a combo of physical and mental exercise multiple times a day to get them to a calm, relaxed state. Number 4, not enough rest between activities. Puppies need frequent naps. Overexercise or constant stimulation without enough rest can lead to crankiness, increased biting, and difficulty settling down. Number 5, not adjusting exercise based on breed and age. So different breeds have different energy levels and needs. A high energy working breed puppy is gonna need different activities than a toy breed. So always tailor your pup's routine to their breed, size, and stage of development. Keep in mind what your dog was bred for, and then try to find activities centered around their natural behaviors. So for example, a border collie and a corgi, they're both herding breeds. They're gonna like to play games based on chase and fetch because these mimic herding activities. So provide outlets for them to chase, a flirt pole, or maybe herd a ball. When their species typical needs are met, you're gonna see fewer unwanted behaviors. In this case, less chasing and biting of ankles, and especially those of kids who tend to be easy targets. Now, even if you get your puppy's exercise just right, you might still be dealing with a high energy dog that never seems to be tired. Want to know how to handle them? Well, check out this video on high energy dog care and training tips. Michelle here, signing off for today. See you in the next video.